All right, I hope this music is going to be a little bit better than what we have had before. I have fixed the music player, or the Pretzel music player, so we're back on Pretzel and no longer using YouTube Music, which has had varying results as of late. But with all that being said, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, and it's time. Excuse me, I had a burp there, so I couldn't do that as long. For another episode of Tech Talk today for July 1st, 2024. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. How are y'all doing today? It's a Monday. It is a Monday. So for those who are at work, in school, I'm sorry. Especially for those in school, because it's June, it's the summer. What are you doing in school? But I get it. It's where you have to be. I understand. I hope everybody's weekend was okay. Mine was all right. Kind of did a little bit of relaxing, I guess, on Saturday. I think. What did I do Saturday? I feel like, yeah, what did I do Saturday? Oh, I know what I did Saturday. And I don't remember because I was asleep most of it. Well, no, I did. Friday, I was up all night, up all morning. Then my wife and kid went to visit her sister. So when they left, I ate a little bit of lunch, and then I went to sleep and then wake up again until like 8:30 that Saturday evening. So yeah, that kind of fucked me up a little bit. Stayed up for a few hours after that. Then I at least did go back to sleep. Or did I? I think I did. I don't remember. I know some of that Sunday was spent, like it was early in the morning, at least like during some good hours in Europe, apparently, because yeah, I was posting some stuff on the Fediverse and made some French people upset, which I don't feel bad for. It's not like I didn't insult France, but yeah, there were some people from France who weren't necessarily happy with things that I had to say. I'm gonna say fuck those guys. Made a couple of other posts, and then yeah, one of them kind of went viral because again, I was not happy with how the Europeans talk about what's happening over here with the US elections. I'm like, yo, I mean, y'all can say what you want, but y'all ain't doing too good over there. And if anything, all the problems we got over here in the US, it's a European import. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. Y'all really ain't got much shit to say here. Anywho, it's been a weekend. It is over. It is now Monday, July 1st. Hope everybody's Pride was good. I really do hope it was good. Hope those who celebrate had a great month. Now, this does not mean that now that July 1st, Pride is no longer a thing and, you know, people could treat the LGBTQIA plus community like shit again. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that works. Anywho, Now that I got my stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and get into some tech and gaming news, shall we? Let's see. We got some AI stuff, some more cops doing the fuck up, or actually, not cops doing fuck ups, but hey, cops not getting their jobs any easier. And some Ubisoft stuff. Yeah. Some Ubisoft stuff's in the news. So let's get to it, shall we? Starting with Instagram back in the news. Apparently I've got a small beef with Instagram. Okay, you know what? No, who is it? Is it the same person? No, it's not the same person. I had to make sure. Again, random ass phone calls. Only 2 people call me on my phone. 3 people max call me on my phone. So I know when it's another number, ain't nobody want to talk to me. Yeah, I had some issues with Instagram early, also this weekend, apparently, when sharing things that are going on in Palestine. Instagram is very iffy when it comes to things, and Meta in general has been kind of weird. This guy's been kind of acting weird, based on how I'm sharing news stories to Facebook. Thinking I am trying to mislead people. I said, no, there's no misleading thing here. It's taking people to a site that gives them context for the articles that I am sharing. Nobody is trying to collect money. What the fuck are you saying, Meta? But yeah, I think Meta is on some fuck shit, mainly because of the fact that, I mean, like my Instagram account and my Facebook page's account are connected, and they're like, yeah, this account seems like it's doing some weird shit. It's even going as far as telling somebody that I'm a friend of mine, that they should be wary of talking to me or sharing things with me because I could be some malicious actor. And he told me this. I'm like, yeah, it's really me like sharing a lot of the Palestine stuff. Like, that's what this is. Fuck Meta. I thought I gave it some time, and I said, you know what? Maybe I should leave. I mean, look, people are saying, you know, like Meta, like people are leaving Meta and blah 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 blah. Facebook, Instagram shouldn't federate threads, whatever. Like, look, maybe I should, right? But then I said, fuck that. No, the only way Meta could get rid of me and the content that I am sharing on their platform is they will have to forcibly remove me from that platform. Twitter I left because, you know what, it's Musk, and no. But yeah. I'm okay. Meta will stay. Look, fuck Meta. That's all I got to say. Anywho, speaking of Meta and Instagram, Instagram is starting to let some creators make AI versions of themselves. They sell TikTok. Said, oh, don't worry, we got you. Instagram's new AI studio will let creators make AI chatbot version. Oh, this is just AI chatbots. Okay, so not the TikTok thing of, hi, here are the videos. Here are the AI videos of the creators. This is like, hey, you could just make a chatbot, and you could chat with you could chat with me, although I'm not technically here. As part of the test, you might start seeing AIs from your favorite creators and interest-based AIs in the coming weeks on Instagram. These will primarily show up in messaging for now and will be clearly labeled as AI. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. Zuckerberg shared a few videos of conversations with creator-made AI chatbots. For example, From a creator's Instagram, you can tap a message button to kick off a conversation. Notice at the top says that the messages are generated by AI and some may be inaccurate or inappropriate. Meta also includes AI in front of the creator's name and, at least for now, a beta tag after the person's name. Now, okay, so this is the wasted AI wasted chat. Like, it would have been interesting to see what this AI version of Don Allen Stevenson III would have said. But oh, is he trying to grow a mustache? It's like he's like trying to grow a mustache. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. Yeah, honestly, I don't have anything else to say. I just don't like it. I feel like there's so much that has been said on this channel that has come from me personally about AI. And I know I have flipped on it a lot, but I know, like, from a capitalist standpoint, I do not like where this is going. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just don't need AI chatbots of people for the masses to communicate with. I mean, even though it's labeled and stuff like that, maybe we just don't need that. You know, like, who was, like, it's a thing of, like, who was asking for it? Why are you making it? Are these resources that that you as a company need to allocate to create this shit? Like, it was fun when people were like, Apple makes, like, products that you would never think that you wanted until they made it. And at one point I thought that, you know what? They do that. But, oh, wait, no, that's just consumerism. Like, yes, there are some products that you hope somebody will make because, like, man, there is a need for this thing. And I wish something like this would exist that will do the thing for me or help me do the thing. But then there is also the part where companies make products that nobody asked for and is hoping, you know, maybe we can get more people into it, you know? It just seems so stupid. The nation's oldest nonprofit newsroom is suing OpenAI and Microsoft. The Center for Investigative Reporting alleges copyright infringement on a massive scale. The Center for Investigative Reporting, the nation's oldest nonprofit newsroom that produces Mother Jones and Reveal, sued OpenAI and Microsoft in federal court on Thursday for allegedly using its content to train AI models without consent or compensation. This is the latest in a long line of lawsuits filed by publishers and creators accusing generative AI companies of violating copyright. OpenAI and Microsoft started vacuuming up our stories to make their product more powerful, but they never asked for permission or offered compensation, unlike other organizations that license our material, said Monica Bowerlin, CEO of the Center for Investigative Journalism and Reporting, in a statement. This free rider behavior is not only unfair, it is a violation of copyright. The work of journalists at CIR and everywhere is valuable, and OpenAI and Microsoft know it. Bowerland said that OpenAI and Microsoft treat the work of nonprofits and independent publishers, quote, as free raw material for their products, end quote, and added that such moves by generative AI companies hurt the public's access to truthful information in a, quote, disappearing news landscape, unquote. Oh no, who could believe it that tech companies would wholesale steal info? I know. What's going on, Daigen? OpenAI and Microsoft obviously did not respond to a request for comment by Engadget. Federal lawsuit, which was filed in Manhattan, accuses OpenAI and Microsoft, who owns nearly half of the company, of violating the Copyright Act and Digital Millennium Copyright Act multiple times. Well, the CIR is joining publishers like the New York Times, New York Daily News, The Intercept, Alternet, and Chicago Tribune in suing OpenAI. Other publishers have chosen to strike licensing deals with the company. These deals will allow OpenAI to train its models on archives and ongoing content published by these publishers and cite information from them in responses offered by ChatGPT. Let's see here. Engadget also references this article, which I have here. So yeah, while you've got the New York Times, CIR, everybody suing OpenAI and Microsoft, Time has decided, hey, we'll just license the our works to you. So Time strikes a deal to funnel 101 years of journalism into OpenAI's gaping maw. It's the latest major publication to get paid from the ChatGPT maker. My thing is, okay, let's do this, right? If you can strike a deal with publications. Also, why does that tablet look like a Nexus 7, by the way? If you can strike a deal like this, why do these AI companies need to steal the data and why continue to scrape the internet for it? If you've got the way people speak right words that's being licensed to you, just take that information, pay for that, and stop scraping the internet. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so what info is fed into these AI models will affect what the future information source, which is, I guess, great, but just only use those. Like, again, with Time having 100, that's not my problem because articles aren't organic enough. Not my problem. Again, use the language of journalists. Well, then throw in the journalists' emails and text messages. I don't know. Stop scraping my shit. But it also still kind of leads to it. But there is a more serious question behind it, though. If OpenAI could afford to license this from the jump, and yeah, I feel like I know the answer to this too. Why not have just done this from the beginning? Like, hey, could we use your data? Like, we will pay you for it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I used a lot of my ranting from yesterday, and it's at a point where I am fucking through with this shit. Tech companies are too poor. Oh, is that what that is? So poor that they were, especially the VC-backed OpenAI. Look, Microsoft owns half that. Oh wait, yeah, Microsoft I guess is poor too. They just bought Activision, right? Ooh, excuse me. OpenAI will help. So let's see. Time has joined a growing number of publications signed a licensing deal with OpenAI. The ChatGPT creator will legally be able to train its large language models on 101 years worth of the stored publication journalism, as Axios first reported. I've been trying to delete it. I've been trying to delete the corporatist agenda from my brain. Or at least not to affect me in the ways that it has. I've slowly captured it in like a petri dish and have sealed it hermetically. I think that's a word. Put it in a little vacuum seal thing. Bzzz. Now it's just like in there. OpenAI will also have access to real-time content from Time with the apparent aim of answering users' queries about breaking news. In return, OpenAI will cite Time and link back to source material on the publication's website. Perhaps Time will get a monetary kickback too, like other publishers that have shuffled over to OpenAI with a ragged cap in hand and an eye on a new revenue source for struggling companies. That is a weirdly worded sentence. The Atlantic, Vox Media, Wall Street Journal, Publisher, News Corp, the Financial Times, People Magazine, Publisher Dotdash, Meredith, and the AP have also been enticed by some bank deposits from OpenAI. This is what the article says. Ooh, goody, I have packages. Yeah, I guess when print media or journalism is starting to slowly disappear, OpenAI or just these AI platforms are new ways for them to get kind of some quick infusion of cash and hopefully a little bit off the top when people use OpenAI or paying for their the premium service. Also wondering, excuse me, I'm wondering at what point does OpenAI start putting ads in ChatGPT? Then we're going to look at the ethics of that. AI generated Al Michaels to provide daily recaps during the 2024 Summer Olympics. I don't think so. I don't think there are ads in ChatGPT. I think it is still free and still relatively ad free. Let's see. On Wednesday, NBC announced plans to use an AI-generated clone of famous sports commentator Al Michaels' voice to narrate daily streaming video recaps of the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, which start on July 26th. The AI-powered narration will feature in your daily Olympic recap on Peacock, NBC streaming service, but this new high-profile use of voice cloning worries critics who say the technology may muscle out upcoming sports commentators by keeping old personas around forever. NBC says it has created a quote high-quality AI recreation of Michael's voice trained on Michael's past NBC appearances to capture his distinctive delivery style. And I guess this may be a sample. What about stuff ads? I don't know. Let's put like this. Let's put a little caveats to the ad thing, or with ChatGPT and ads. I have not used ChatGPT in quite a while. So if there are ads, I do not know. But last I've used it, and it has been in 2024, I have not seen ads. I will say the last I used it is when they released the app for Mac. And I was able to, it was when they released it for Mac, but you had to be invited or something to get access to it. But I was able to somebody had published a workaround to get access to it without having the invite or whatever. Now that app is available to every Mac user. Michaels is still alive. I thought he was dead. And they said, oh, they're doing this because he's dead. No, Michaels is still alive. But I do want to pump this sound into your ear holes. So give me 1 second while I set that up. Okay, that should do it. No. All right, let's see. Turn that up.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to your daily Olympic recap, your personal rundown of yesterday's most thrilling Olympic moments. Since you're a swimming fan, let's head right to the pool. Team USA secured a stunning victory in the men's 4x100 meter medley relay, smashing the world record. Over at the diving venue, Krista Palmer showcased resilience and skill, overcoming past knee surgeries to qualify for the women's springboard final. Meanwhile, a tough break for Canada's Pamela Ware as a failed final dive scored 0, ending her bid for the final. Check out these highlights from yesterday's action.
Take your mark. And he's the world record holder. Now, if you look at some of these other relays, Japan right below U.S., all in.
This is unnerving. Yeah, like, I feel like it lacked the excitement of Al Michaels. Like, I know what Al Michaels sounds like. It's like, it seemed like it lacked some of that excitement. It was just like him reading from a script. I mean, which I'm pretty sure he's what he does anyway, but it still seemed very just not organic. Which shut up, Dodging. I know what you're gonna say. I just feel it in my bones. Mike, yeah, he'll make the script more exciting. Michaels, who was 79 years old, shared his initial skepticism about the project in an interview with Vanity Fair, as NBC News notes. After hearing the AI version of his voice, which can greet viewers by name, which this is what I figured he wasn't talking to a commentator named Kelly. I figured that was the person who was using the device. So I'm gonna just type something weird into Peacock and see what he says. He described the experience as astonishing and a little bit frightening. He said the AI recreation was almost 2% off perfect in mimicking his style. The Vanity Fair article provides some insights into how NBC's new AI system works. It first uses a large language model to analyze subtitles and metadata from NBC's Olympic video coverage, summarizing events and writing custom output to imitate Michael's style. The text is then fed into an unspecified voice AI model trained on Michael's previous NBC appearances, reportedly replicating his unique pronunciations and intonations. Yeah, that 2% is noticeable. NBC estimates that the system could generate nearly 7 million personalized variants of the recaps across the U.S. during the games, pulled from the network's 5,000 hours of live coverage. Using the system, each Peacock user will receive about 10 minutes of personalized highlights. Yeah, at one point I was like, what if we use this what if EA uses technology for broadcasters, right? Similar, like, one, it has happened in the finals, like that, like the finals game uses generative AI or they use AI for the voices. Well, I guess that's generative AI because those recordings did not exist, but I've heard them repeat several lines in that game. So it's like, I don't know, you could have found two people to read lines and just have them repeated at certain points. But I was sort of thinking like, well, what if sports games, and again, my finals could technically be in it because it's like a game show. what if they had used generative AI like that to kind of come up with like on the fly coverage of what was happening in the game? Which, of course, yeah, you get to a point where, like in Street Fighter 6, they pay people to record lines. Would you still need writers if it, I don't know, if you're using something multimodal, right? Couldn't you, and that also would depend on whether or not the console could power something like that, right? Whereas like something multimodal that would take in data, like what is happening on screen, like what, like seeing what the quarterback, like, so let's take Madden, for example, right? Like, who's the quarterback? What were they doing? Did they get the pass off? Were they still holding it? Were they running backwards? And who are the defenders? Who, like, this, like trying to define a sack or something. You know, like taking in all that data and then generating like even like the script and then having the AI generated voices say the thing. That's a good point. Like, it would, because I know that Meta and those Ray-Ban glasses, they take a picture. And I know that, like, again, the Google Gemini thing, their multimodal thing, it was staged. But even then, I still feel like it was of a static situation. Like people arranged things and then it identified what it saw. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. I mean, EA probably is not investing in remaking their, like, or making LLMs. They will probably be licensing it. And as far as any of us know, nobody's doing video-based multimodal stuff right now. It's more like, hey, we see a thing, but it's like a snapshot in time, not necessarily a video. Critics call it a code-generated ghoul. It's funny. What did the critics say about it? Actress and filmmaker Justine Bateman tweeted, "This is gross." Sounds pretty awful, and it's just the same tone for every single word. That's what we pointed out. The Al Michaels does not talk like that. It just sounds so unnatural. No one talks like that. And from Gian Cannon on Twitter, writer Gian Cannon on Twitter said, Al Michaels became Al Michaels because he was brought in to replace people who died or retired or moved on. If he can't do the job anymore, it's time to let the next Al Michaels have a shot at it instead of just planning a code-generated ghoul in an empty chair. Just want HAL 9000 to narrate my sports ball games. I mean, I just want somebody live to talk about my Madden game. That's really all I want. Like, I'm tired of the same canned phrases in Madden, but I mean, I guess people should get paid for their work, but yeah, I do see how this is very, very exploitive. Excuse me. Or the fact that people definitely deserve work and should be able to work if they want to work. And shopping, flag on the play. Oh wait, the flag on the play. You can't do that, player Dave. Ah! You really want the game to roast the shit out of you, my Dave? Look, Street Fighter 6 does that. Street Fighter 6 will do that plenty to me. It hurts me plenty. That's why I don't play Street Fighter 6 anymore. It was mean to me. Excuse me. Oh wait, it doesn't call me out by name, but it does a player one, like, yo, let's chill it out. Like, let's not cook me, even though I'm the only person in this room. Come on, Major. I've seen blindfolded grandma hitting a pinata. Catch Katie better than that. And now I'm reading the insulting post because I am Ron Burgundy. What's going on, Birch? Let's get off of AI. We're done with the AI clown shoonery. Or shoonery? I can't remember what I called that. Also, there might be another channel coming because I saw that somebody else was asking about some more tech stuff in relation to the environment, and kind of excited about that. I might add a new channel to the Discord server. Of course, you can take part in the Discord server and share tech and gaming news yourself by going to majors.house/Discord. I think I have a button for that. It might be the social button. Social? It is. Or that just has a generic Discord link, but that should still work. I think that's what I'm using. Okay, this sounds like a high school band or a college band and not drum and bass, but in shopping news, Temu is dangerous malware spying on your texts, a lawsuit claims. Now, while I don't shop at Temu and I don't trust it for other reasons, I don't know, just because it's not Amazon. Like, look, Amazon, damn it, I understand I am contributing to the problem, but I mean, Amazon's right there. Temu, the Chinese shopping app that is rapidly growing so popular in the US that even Amazon is probably trying to copy it. Well, I mean, I guess maybe I should shop at Temu. Is, quote, dangerous malware that's secretly monetizing a broad swath of unauthorized user data, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin alleged in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday. Griffin cited research and media reports exposing Temu's allegedly nefarious design, which, quote, purposely allows Temu to, quote, gain unrestricted access to a user's phone operating system, including but not limited to a user's camera, specific location, context, text messages, documents, and other applications, end quote. Griffin's complaint says Temu is designed to make this expansive access undetected even by sophisticated users. Once installed, Temu can recompile itself and change properties, including overriding the data privacy settings users believe they have in place. I really want to know how that works. Griffin fears that Temu is capable of accessing virtually all data on a person's phone, exposing both users and non-users to extreme privacy and security risk. It appears that anyone texting or emailing someone with the shopping app installed risks Temu accessing private data, Griffin's suit claimed, which Temu then allegedly monetized by selling it to third parties, quote, profiting at the direct expense of users' privacy rights. Again, now, whether these claims are true or not, there are some things that should be acknowledged. We should unpack this. One, Temu is a company that is based in China. So there's that. Two, if we are concerned with Americans' privacy rights on their mobile devices, should we not apply that to every app on a user's device? I'm just saying. We let Facebook just go on with no problems at all. Are they doing this on iOS as well? Would be amazing to see how they get around the just-in-time restrictions. So that's the thing. They only mention Android in this. Quote, compounding risk is the possibility that Temu's Chinese owners, PDD Holdings, are legally obligated to share data with the Chinese government, the lawsuit said, due to Chinese, quote, laws that mandate secret cooperation with China's intelligence apparatus, regardless of any data protections guarantees existing in the United States. Wait, why am I saying what the bot is supposed to be saying? I just now noticed that. Oh, I think I know. I think I broke something. Oh, also, you know what? Yeah, I know what the problem is. Because I am currently, oh God. Because I am currently logged into Twitch as me, which makes sense, when I try to authorize the bot, it authorized the bot as me. Oh my God, I hate this. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. You become AI. All right. So Griffin's suit cited an extensive forensic investigation into Temu by Grizzly Research, which analyzes publicly traded companies to inform investors. Just keep all of that in mind. Last September, in the report, Grizzly Research alleged that PDD Holdings is a fraudulent, quote, fraudulent company, and that, quote, Temu is cleverly hidden spyware that poses an urgent security threat to the United States national interests. But this is what happens when you go and try to read the report, right? This report and all statements contained herein are the opinions of Grizzly Research LLC and are not statements of fact. So I want to point this out, right? Grizzly has not confirmed any of this and is technically just speaking out of their ass. So I do not agree with your terms of service. Like, it's a button that does nothing. Well, I guess if you don't agree to their terms of service, like, yeah, like really, you can't, like, where'd you go after this, right? But you can see right here, Grizzly Research presents smoking gun evidence that PDD Holdings Incorporated widely downloaded shopping app Temu is the most dangerous malware spyware package currently in widespread circulation. Because of the urgency of this finding, the entire first half of this report is dedicated to analyzing the What? The decompiled the spyware aspects of the app's code and the clever ways its owners use to hide numerous malicious functions. This analysis is backed by extensive expert commentary. Although projected to be the material of PDD Holdings' future, Temu is a recent venture. The second half of this report is dedicated to an analysis of PDD Holdings' entire business. We explain in depth why we conclude that PDD is a declining and most notably fraudulent business that presents untrustworthy numbers to investors and is secretly managed for the benefit of insiders. I mean, what, like every other capitalist venture? I mean, what are you saying? Let's see. Did ours go into this? As Griffin sees it, right? But this is secret from the approved people. Oh, got you. As Griffin sees it, Temu baits users with misleading promises of discounted quality goods, angling to get access to get access to as much user data as possible by adding addictive features that keep users logged in, like spinning a wheel for deals. Meanwhile, hundreds of complaints to the Better Business Bureau show that Temu's goods are actually low quality, Griffin alleged, apparently supporting his claim that Temu's end goal isn't to be the world's biggest shopping platform, but to steal data. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't an indictment on China. What I'm about to say is not an indictment on China. But didn't companies move manufacturing to China to get things made cheaply? Like, did they not notice that, yeah, a lot of the stuff you're getting from China will not have the same build quality? Now, what may sound very shocking as a person who you may or may not have assumed was politically aware, I don't know. I don't know where you are with me and where you think I am with all this, right? But just last week, thanks to More Perfect Union, I learned what neoliberalism was. I did not know what that term was. I have heard of it. I have heard people use it. And I took it at like face value, just breaking out neo and liberal, and was like, oh, this is just new liberal. That is not what that means, or at least I don't think so. I still don't technically know what the definition of neoliberalism is, but I know what it ushered in. And it was another. Yes, see, that is what I learned. We should look it up. We are definitely here using a device that could help me. But as to Call, who joining the morning show, welcome. And it comes in right at the right time, because I feel like he's one of the people who's used neoliberalism. And I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, no, I didn't. I am admitting to you now, I had no idea what neoliberalism was, what it meant, but I do now. I know it now, and it applies here to where, yeah, see, when we all did that free trade agreement and just overall just tried to ship jobs overseas, ship manufacturing overseas, we invited this shit in. I don't know what he expected with the products that are coming in from China. Really not sure what he expected, but okay. Or someone like me call someone a liberal or shit lib, it means a specific type of person. Oh no, do not get me wrong. I know what a liberal is. Neoliberalism was the part I did not. It was the thing I didn't know. Because yeah, admittedly, I think this weekend I started, to be fair, not us, but the filthy rich. Yeah. I I've started using liberal as a derogatory term, just so I can separate myself from them in conversations. Okay. Neoliberalism is contemporarily used to refer to market-oriented reform policies such as eliminating price controls, deregulating capital markets, lowering trade barriers, and reducing, especially through privatization and austerity, state influence in the economy. Okay. Got it. So I feel like it's not necessarily tied to liberals. And I think, okay, maybe. As an economic philosophy, neoliberalism emerged among European liberal scholars during the 1930s as they attempted to revive and renew central ideas from classical liberalism. Classical liberalism is a political tradition and a branch of liberalism that advocates free market and laissez-faire economic. Oh, okay. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Liberals are just capitalists with more liberal values. But I don't think liberal here means the same as someone who is liberal. A liberal will ship jobs overseas when it benefits them, leaving people who are not in their bubble to struggle. The term is inclusive of people who believe in things that benefit them and people in their bubble but leave others to burn. Oh. Liberalism is a political and moral philosophy based on the right of the individual, liberty, consent of the governed, political equality, right to private property, equality before the law. Boy, that just sounds like a mix of left and right things. Yes, I mean, of course, she's the war liberal. Let's see, liberals espouse various and often mutually warring views depending on their understanding of these principles, but generally support private property, market economies, individual rights, including civil rights. Oh, okay. 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 So it's like, hey. So it's like, hey, here's capitalism, and then here's everything else. She would quickly throw black people under the bus, referring to black men as super predators when it benefits her to do so to appease people in power, but then talk down to us and ask for our votes when she feels like it's her time to be POTUS because she's played the game. Yeah, fuck that. Okay, I see what's happening here. I now understand. Now I'm here. Now I'm fucking here. Okay, so it is related. It's just that while I understand liberals worked under capitalism, I did not understand. I did not put two and two together that, hey, liberalism is like the left, but what if we were capitalists and capitalism moving farther and farther to the right would obviously take liberalism with it. We as black folks are outside of her bubble, and when she didn't need us, she doesn't give a fuck, but we are supposed to forget that when times change. I mean, again, that's why people are trying to push Biden and say, you know, hey, if he croaks, you get Kamala. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, like, it makes sense. It's like the definition makes sense. It's just I never put two and two together. And it's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I see that. And now that I see that, oh, neoliberal. Okay. We here. I see you. So it is technically new liberal. I just didn't understand. So it wasn't the fact, like, I didn't understand what neoliberalism was because I didn't know what a liberal was. I didn't know what liberalism was. I just assumed a thing, and it kind of fucked shit up. I should read more books. I'm trying to do that. I should read more dictionaries. Yeah, that would make more sense. You gonna have a talk because post 2016, post 2020, I got slandered for calling. To call. We have had this talk, and I could have sworn, just like before, I have apologized. And that's why you have a library card. I do. Yes, that is actually my next step. I have not done that yet, so go access the Libby app, just so that people who cannot see chat can understand what we're talking about. I have not done that yet. However, I met another librarian yesterday when I went to a study session for LGBTQIA liberation. She was saying like, yes, at my branch, like they, like during the introduction, she was like, yeah, people at my branch are like, they were checking out books about liberation and shit like that. I was like, what library do you work at? Because mine ain't got shit. Then I discovered while, and I'm telling you this while you tune in the status where I'm playing game. I discovered that because we're all in that same library network, where I live, I can request books from other branches to come over to my branch, and I could check them out. Or there may be stuff in the Libby app. I'm actually expecting an email from that individual soon, so that way I can get a list of recommended reading material to look at. So yeah, now that I'm really getting into, I need to really make a concrete schedule to read more, because again, one of the packages I was celebrating today that just came in is my the new book I ordered, Socialist Reconstruction. Cannot wait to get into that, so that way I know what we need to do. So we got, look, I was already on it. I was already on the reading agenda. I still have to kind of wean myself off of just only consuming tech and gaming content. Don't be afraid to read on PC either, audiobooks. Oh, don't worry. Again, like my iPad is on deck. Like we talking about Libby. Like the iPad is on deck. And my wife, that's what my wife is doing. She's listening to audiobooks. So yeah, do not worry. I'm all on this. But for me, I like to read. I do like to read because I feel like if it's being read to me, I can get distracted and then won't take in the knowledge being spoken to me. So that's why I would rather sit and read the book. And as much as I would like to have a library of books here, there's still something like, for me, I like to read on my iPad, but then like, again, I know, DRM is a bitch. Putting things digitally is a bitch. Like I even found a couple of EPUBs. You know what? Ooh, what if we shared EPUBs? Like EPUBs, PDFs. Like, what if we created a digital library that we would have a repository of the files that are easily accessible to call? The boat is built just about. I've yet to put it in the water. Archive.org. Ooh, yeah. But like, I'm talking like have it like even, I'm not saying like rebuild the archive, right? Or rebuild the repository, but like what we do for open source shit in Discord, that like Tycho's favorite channel. Like like having links to things. Like, hey, this is that, like, hey, here's that book. Like having, or like book recommendations. Maybe we can do like book recommendation. Yeah, that's it. Curation. Like have book curations and be all right. So now that we're not necessarily sharing EPUBs and shit like that, like maybe creating a channel that may have those. That may just have like book recommendations and stuff. So that way, like, even if it's not digital, still like providing a link to, hey, this is where you can get that book. Because I don't think any of my 1804 books are on any digital platforms right now, which is why I was kind of upset. I had to order a book and then have to wait for it to be here because I didn't even think the book is available on Amazon. So that's why I'm really excited it's here because I waited about a week. Also, I would like to get Major Lounge reset up for that. Activity Pub would be, oh, you know what? Isn't there an Activity Pub based book thing? Like Goodreads, but is it OpenReads? No, this is definitely something else. Oh wait, hold on. That is definitely something else. Okay, so maybe it's not OpenRead. But I could have sworn it was like a open version or like a federated version of Goodreads or something. What's it called? You might know. How the fuck did I get, how the hell did we get here? See, now you understand why I be putting stuff in the channel. I be forgetting. See? And again, a repository. Again, that's what I said. Like that channel is a repository of repositories. Anyway, back to this article, which I don't even know how the hell we got to reading about books and libraries and shit from here. But yeah, Temu is kind of surprised by this accusation. The company that owns Temu, PDD Holdings, was founded in 2015 by a former Google employee, Colin Huang. I'm sorry about mispronouncing your name. It was originally based in China, but after security concerns were raised, the company relocated its principal executive offices to Ireland. Griffin's complaint said. This, Griffin suggested, was intended to distance the company from debate over national security risks posed by China, but because this, Griffin said, was intended to distance the company from debate over national security risks posed by China, but because the majority of its business operations remain in China, risks allegedly remain. PDD Holdings relocation came amid heightened scrutiny at Pinduoduo, which I guess is what PDD stands for, the Chinese app on which Temu's shopping platform is based. Last year, Pinduoduo came under fire for privacy and security risks that got the app suspended from Google Play as suspected malware. Experts said Pinduoduo took security and privacy risks to the next level, the lawsuit said, and around the same time, Apple's App Store also flagged Temu's data privacy terms as misleading, further heightening scrutiny of two of PDD Holdings' biggest apps, the complaint noted. Okay, so maybe this attorney general has a claim here. Researchers found that Pinduoduo was programmed to bypass users' cell phone security in order to monitor activities on other apps, check notifications, read private messages, and change settings. It also could spy on competitors by tracking activity on other shopping apps and getting information from them, as well as run in the background and prevent itself from being uninstalled. The motivation behind the malicious design was apparently to boost sales. okay, so he might actually have an argument here if if Pinduoduo was doing it and like there has been documentation. A Temu spokesperson provided a statement to Ars discrediting Grizzly Research's investigation and confirming that the company was surprised and disappointed by the Arkansas Attorney General's office for filing the lawsuit without any independent fact checking. This is what happens when you install that Temu VPN? Oh no. The allegations in the lawsuit are based on misinformation circulated online primarily from a short seller and are totally unfounded. We categorically deny the allegations and will vigorously defend ourselves. We understand that as a new company with an innovative supply chain model, some may misunderstand us at first glance and not welcome us. We are committed to the long term and believe the scrutiny will ultimately benefit our development. We are confident that our actions and contributions to the community will speak for themselves over time. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that he is alleging doesn't sound true, but given the information about Pinduoduo, which seems to be related, but also is included in this lawsuit, it may hold some water here. But yeah, it's a thing where like, I would like to see independent, incredible researchers go into this. Because I feel like if that was the case, why hasn't the alarm been sounded earlier? Why is it that this Arkansas Attorney General is like, I'm blowing the whistle on Temu? Like, whoa. I mean, are you though? Like, what are we doing? So I guess user beware. But yeah, of course, like they're saying that this is happening. Oh geez, might have turned it down too low. But yeah, just user beware. It apparently is happening mostly in Android. I don't know what this is in iOS. Neither Google or Apple has responded to these allegations. What's going on, Crodad? Temu and its parent company are not new to accusations of wrongdoing, even outside of fast fashion. Yeah, so yeah, I would like to see an independent investigation into this. Look, if Grizzly's research was available without that huge ass disclaimer that shows up when you go to it, it says you have to accept those conditions that are really like, hey, yo, this is our opinion and nothing is really nothing has been stated in fact. Like, yeah, see, that gives me pause. I don't know if I can trust you. Also, like, on top of the fact that who is probably, like, I don't know, let's see here. Let's take a look. Who is this guy? From Charlotte, but he's the Arkansas Attorney General. He is a Republican. So yeah, like he'd be one of the ones just big shouting, big shouting. Is China national security? But as stated earlier, American companies are doing the same and worse with different methods. And yeah, like that's the whole point. Like it is the combination, like in his favor, there is documented, it seems like there's documented evidence that this has happened before with whoever is running these fucking companies, right? Whoever is behind Temu. What's giving me pause to accept this is that no independent security agency has verified this, that outside of Grizzly, which again has a huge disclaimer on their website that you cannot even view their data unless you accept the disclaimer saying that none of this is fact. It's clearly the opinion of Grizzly's researchers. That a lawsuit has been filed, like that a lawsuit has been filed by an Arkansas attorney general who happens to be Republican, and that they mentioned that this is a violation of U.S. national security and then also privacy, because again, when it's China, it's all about national security and privacy, but when a U.S. company does it, ain't nobody saying shit. When everybody in the U.S. has been, look at Meta, look at Twitter, look at Google, look at Apple, look at Amazon. But yeah, I guess we'll see where this goes. Probably nowhere. Yeah, just, I thought this was kind of funny to read. It's just like, there's so many red flags. I don't have a red, I don't have a red microfiber cloth here, just this orange one. So that seemed like a red flag. And it's like, I looked at it, yeah, now, but we gotta talk about it. Now this came in this morning. So, hey, if you are a Linux server admin, you may want to rush. Just look, I'm going to say rush. I am not one to say take your time with updates. Rush to your Linux box and update it. Like, just go do it, please, and thank you. Apparently it's fine with when American companies steal our data. Very fine, very fine. That's what, if TikTok becomes an American company, yeah, it's good. It's good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. But yes, SSH is vulnerable. Please go update your SSH packages immediately if you are running a new C library, glibc Linux environment. I was in the middle of a restore, so I'm glad some stuff didn't pop off on the prod servers I was working on. Yep. So luckily, according to Qualys, it has not been, I don't think they have discovered it being exploited, but it's only a matter of time. They're saying like it is hard to exploit now, but it can get easier if people work at it. I was looking at a post from somebody on Mastodon, and they were complaining about Red Hat CVSS score, which score like for this to be a critical vulnerability. By the way, it is CVE 2024-6387, or it's labeled severe. Like I only got Qualys here, but not. Yeah, no, nothing from CVE, or maybe if it's in here, let's see, in the threat research unit. Nope, that just takes me to that website, but nothing from CVE. Which, you know, shame on Qualys. You should give me a link to the CVE. It'd be nice. Maybe it's in fax. No. I just ran an update on my Fedora desktop and it's not even registering. I've seen it on an Ubuntu machine. I've seen them being applied to Ubuntu machines. I wasn't paying attention to the Fedora ones because I was updating them before I found out about this vulnerability. So I did not see, I don't recall seeing SSH being part. Actually, I can just scroll up and see. Sorry, this is Discord. That's major home. Or did I not? Let's see. I do have an Ubuntu. I've got the free one though. Uh-oh, log rotate's broken. That's fun. So yeah, I haven't updated major mail because that tab is open. Yeah, so it does not look like Fedora has gotten those updates yet, unless they came in earlier. Oh, I update my servers every day. Like, I'm just behind today because I am moving files from one drive to another because storage, TM. But yeah, I'm wondering. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing any OpenSSH stuff yesterday. But again, wasn't looking. Am I using Ansible? No. No, I go in and manually update them every day. It's just a habit that I've been doing for years. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, DNF RPM law, maybe? So I'm going to say that, yeah, last time OpenSSH was updated, at least on my mail server, was April 24th. So yeah, it's due. So yeah, apparently it's not been released on Fedora. I use Ansible. I was using Ansible just yesterday. Ansible is one of the worst, best things ever. Ansible's INI file module awesome. Why is there no JSON file module? Let's see. I want to say the next one for Stream Raleigh stuff, it will be the next meetup. I think is in September. I don't think anything has been posted yet. What if I want to make sure something is in a JSON file? Do you write the file and then have Ansible reference it and then it inserts it somewhere? I'm not even saying like I know enough Ansible to be dangerous. That's just how little Ansible I know. To where it's like, if I saw it and like, yeah, I can see where things are going, but yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Like, it wouldn't be dangerous. It would just fail. Ansible would just fail. Yeah, no problem, Cordette. Yeah, I tried to get into Ansible. I couldn't, I can't wrap my head around it. Like spending about 2 years with Puppet made things a little bit easier for me. I think it was the only place I used Puppet. I don't think I used Puppet anywhere else. But yeah, so yeah, sorry, I was talking about Red Hat's CVSS. Yeah, somebody was complaining that Red Hat CVSS version 3, the way they scored it a little bit lower because of the fact that the method in which you exploit OpenSSH is complicated, and that they would reevaluate the score once it became easier. But saying that if like a exploit was labeled critical with anywhere else, with CVSS v4, it'll be a high score regardless. So that's where I kind of got the idea of, oh, it's not very easy to implement. However, still, it is something that could be implemented. It could exploit a whole bunch of shit, but at least it's been fixed. Also, I learned that if you were running BSD, you're good. I don't remember where I saw that somewhere. Was it in this one or was it in the previous one? Ah, yeah, there it is. OpenBSD systems are unaffected by this bug, as OpenBSD developed a secure mechanism in 2001 that prevents this vulnerability. Come on, Linux folks, copy BSD's homework. Or maybe that's what we're doing now. I was like, oh shit, maybe we should have copied that, bro. But yeah, Qualys notes in their research, this vulnerability, if exploited, could lead to a full system compromise where an attacker can execute arbitrary code with the highest privileges, resulting in a complete system takeover, installation of malware data manipulation, and the creation of backdoors for persistent access. It could facilitate network propagation, allowing attackers to use a compromised system as a foothold to traverse and exploit other vulnerable systems within the organization. This reminds me of a conversation I had with my mom Saturday. I was telling her, like, I wanted to go to sleep, but Caden had just gotten on his PC. And she said, well, what I was going to do is play video games. I said, no, see now, and we're trying to encourage him to use a browser. Like, they're web-based games he can play. We've put little bookmarks on his browser so we can just click them and get access to them. And, you know, just like search on Google and shit, like to go find things. Which was cool until he went to go look for free Minecraft skins. And I'm like, we're doing what now? We're doing what? No. Oh no. No, I mean, you can, no, just don't even look. He was like, why? It's like, look, any other time when viruses, you know, didn't propagate a network so easily, I may have would have let you do it just as long as I knew my shit was locked down. Now I can't guarantee that. Viruses are so good, I cannot guarantee that shit gonna be safe. So what we not gonna do, like, look, any other time I would not care about your computer, but you are on my network and I'd be damned if I'm gonna let you fuck up my network. Maybe we gotta do some VLAN shit or something to where it can't cross over a network. But even then, like, I don't know how sophisticated viruses are nowadays where they can sit a hop over VLANs and shit. But oh no, he about to learn how to get hacked. Earlier he asked me too, and I can't remember if this was the same day or not, but he asked me how to be a hacker. Like, how do you be a hacker? I'm like, why do you? I didn't discourage it, but I wanted to know why he wanted to know. Like, is it you want to hack Minecraft to get free servers? Which, no, not now, later. Or do you just want to do ethical hacking, penetration testing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, at 7, I cannot have you go to jail or possibly put me in jail because I allowed it. Like, once you're old enough to answer for your own fucking crimes, sure, you do whatever the fuck you want, but you are not putting me in jail today. He is 7. He is 7 years old. Google is not a safe place anymore. It is not. I mean, Krodak, you're not wrong. That's called social engineering, and it's probably the easiest way to hack. At 7, they put you in jail. Exactly. That's my whole point. At 7, they put me in jail. And I was like, no. There are some bastions of knowledge you do not get access to from me. Now, this is not to say, and I will not, again, if I don't know what's happening, because again, we have covered this. There are quotes for this. Was it quote 12? There you go. Yep, quote 12. Don't be better. Hide your crimes better. But also my favorite one, it's not, well, technically that is definitely what I said, but the actual quote is, it's not a crime if you don't get caught. Don't tell me Don't let me know you were doing illegal activities. I won't say anything if I don't know. Don't have me find out. I'm not saying I'm like sleepy and like, oh, I'm just gonna sleep and you just gonna do something like you gonna rob a bank or something. But try hard to hide your shit. Like if that's something you want to learn, that's a valuable skill to learn. I'm just saying, like, look, just don't do it at home. Don't let me find out you're doing it at home. And this is the whole point. I don't want to know. See, people told too many people about the crimes they're committing. Stop talking. Don't document your crimes, and please don't make a whole song about it. Like, did the rappers miss that one lesson? But then again, I feel like rappers back in the day, they were just rapping about just how difficult it was in the street and were kind of just, for the most part, probably exaggerating about a lot of stuff they were rapping about. Rappers now, like they heard this, oh, that must have been what they were really doing in these streets. And then actively went out and did the things. And then, yeah, now we're going to rap about the thing I just did. Like, no, stop. I mean, yeah, just don't make content about the crimes you are committing. Stop it. This is what Signal exists for. And even then, don't tell people about your crimes on Signal. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like these rappers nowadays did not learn that lesson. Like it's one thing to rap about your material conditions. Do not rap a confession to a crime. But I did it on Fortnite. Look, just murk your rivals on Fortnite. Also, those kids, these fucking video gamers that are going around just getting so mad at somebody digitally killing you that they're traveling across country to actually physically kill a person. Actually, I don't think those are kids. Those are grown-ass adults. Because they're the ones who can buy plane tickets. Rap, for the most part, is an auditory novel. Most of it is made up. Law enforcement never looks on TikTok or Reddit, right? I mean, I would say for the most part, probably not, unless they're investigating. I don't think they're actively just looking at Reddit and TikTok for crimes. Okay, I have to know now. Now I just have to know. Of course there's a crimes subreddit, but I don't think it's for admitting to crimes as much as it is just talking about the crimes. Or at least here, they're talking about the war crimes in Israel. So I guess there's that. Clicking that sub 1000% puts you on a list. When someone who worked with my stepmom stopped showing up for work because they were in jail after stabbing someone over a Magic the Gathering game. There are things in this world to take seriously. A game is not one of them. And speaking of Minor Linux, aka the One True Major, aka what's up, buddy?
I actually beat the game on my tablet in creative mode.
How do you beat?
I beat Minecraft.
How do you beat Minecraft in creative mode? I feel like the point of that was just a sandbox. How do you beat it? Did you see credits?
Yeah, I just saw the credits.
You saw the credits in Minecraft?
Yes.
In creative mode?
Yes, and I literally gone to the nether. I found a portal that actually takes me into a fake nether, into a fake end. But actually, I just saw the end portal. I actually saw the end portal opened right now.
Did you kill the Ender Dragon?
Yes, I did. I literally was on the end fountain. But first, I start hitting it.
I don't believe this. Can you beat Minecraft? Wow. Suggestion for what I'm typing. Can you beat Minecraft with dementia? Diogen says, congratulations. At least somebody believes you did. I don't think you did that. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. But apparently it is a thing you can do. There is someone speed running Minecraft creative mode. There is a discussion about how to do it. There are a lot of videos, but not necessary. Help, son is lost after leaving the end. Apparently, I mean, there are videos, but I know that's right. Go have an ice cream in celebration, and for doubting if he gets yours. Well, we had ice cream yesterday, and he did not have mine. Haha. Did we talk about doubt when you heard the multiple iPad story? I don't remember the multiple. It sounds like that's a story I have heard, but I don't remember it. He can have you. Well, see, the joke's on you. I don't have ice cream here. He does. The employment credits only show upon the player's first entry of the exit portal. The player can also trigger the employment credits to show by entering an end portal built using creative mode or commands. Okay. The school. Oh, that's right. Also, it wasn't so much doubting him. I just did not understand the context of the multiple iPads. I didn't doubt him. I just did not understand the context. It was only when he shared the context, because he never said anything about it until he got home. And when he shared the context of the multiple iPads, it was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So apparently you can beat Minecraft creative mode. The Cordette says he loves your Mario nightshirt.
Okay.
He said thank you.
Thank you.
He's got Mario shirt and Sonic pajama bottoms.
Yeah, my plan was to beat the game 15 times.
You gonna beat it 15 times?
Yeah, that was only one time.
What about if you beat it once and you never play it again? You find another game to play.
Yeah, I just saw a myth that there's new Minecraft credits. Now when I saw that there's new Minecraft credits.
Yeah, but we're not spending money for Minecraft credits, so I mean you could see them all you want. You're not getting them. Ha ha.
Like nobody ever seen like Minecraft has two Minecraft credits, but with them you can't even see the game. You can only see the dirt. Which it's taking me too long. It just set my Minecraft name, player. I just set you just set my Minecraft name and I just skipped it. Yep, it was too long.
Oh.
Yep. I'm just gonna skip the game 15 times. Skip the Minecraft credits 15 times.
Then what happens if you see it 15 times?
I'm just gonna skip it.
You shouldn't skip the credits. People worked hard on it. You should acknowledge the creators of the games. You should never skip the credits.
Okay. I won't skip the credits.
It's not nice.
Okay. I think what the green was saying was that Minecraft. I think Minecraft was saying my Minecraft name. And the blue was for you to talk for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like it.
Okay.
And I'm worried my celebration is dancing.
Awesome. Let's see. Time for Minor Linux to play Terraria. Is there a free version of Terraria on iPad? I don't think I own Terraria. I'm trying to get them all. I'm trying to get them off the iPad and onto a PC. Yes, really. Thought he had already left. I didn't know he could still hear me. Awesome Activity Pub. It's outdated. Oh, it's a list of services. I like this. Okay. I will keep this. Make sure that's there for safekeeping. And let's see. Okay, to call, I saw that. And I do not want to legitimize that. I don't want to legitimize it. Ever. Don't make me legitimize it. Let's see, mod his own skins to the game. He's been having fun playing with like the character creator and stuff like that. Like just, I swear, like the characters he have created for my wife and I look like we were in Carnival. Or at least my wife, for me, I think he just like, no. But again, to call, I understand. And I know it's not some bullshit org. I personally just don't want to legitimize it. I want to ignore it and act like crypto does not exist. Look, I'm paying attention to a whole bunch of other things. Can I at least have one thing that I could just say doesn't exist? Look, I'm acknowledging a genocide and an ethnic cleansing happening in Palestine. Can I not just have crypto? Oh, I just want one thing that I don't have to care about. And crypto is it. But fine. I'll add it. It's here. Let's see. Oh no. Ooh. Cryptocurrency doesn't tangibly exist. Doesn't that count? I mean, like, look, I'm holding out for us to get to that class list. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry, Iodize. Damn, that sucks. Is it not enough that we can just install it? Do I have to restart the OpenSSH server? I bet you I do. Installing is half the battle. Cryptocurrency is so fine. No. Oh, Ubuntu restarts for you. Okay, cool. You only have to virtually care about crypto. I don't even want to do it virtually. Oh, don't worry. We were talking about that earlier today. At least for me, all of my systems are patched. The only ones that aren't are my Fedora boxes because they have not released the package yet. So hopefully soon they will release them and then I will patch those. Excuse me. All right. Because I have to acknowledge the call and crypto. The U.S. Treasury finally finalizes crypto rules to prevent tax evasion. And it is quite the crew in here. Also, hello, Reaper. How are you doing today? Crypto platforms will have to start reporting traders' sales proceeds to the IRS. Does this mean it will die now? I've never gotten into Linux. I'm not sure if I have the patience for it. Look, man, just spin up a VM. Install Ubuntu. Have a time. It's a lot easier than it used to be and that people make it out to be. It really is. Please don't start with Ubuntu. Why not? Like for me, Ubuntu was like just that was my gateway. What should people start out with then, Reaper? I am curious to hear your thoughts on this. Sadly, no, there are already crypto products that let people wrap their sales under different layers. Oh, Ubuntu isn't that anymore? What? Pop OS is best to start. Oh, okay. Don't you have to pay? No, it's Elementary OS you have to pay for, right? The only thing I ever wanted cryptocurrency to do when I heard about it in 2011 or whatever is like be able to send money to a different country cheaper than PayPal. It's still can't do that. So look, I just want us to get to the communist utopia where it's a classless, moneyless society. We won't need money. And therefore, we won't need crypto. Because Ubuntu fails at its premise. It was supposed to be the easy to show search any issue. And the first thing that they tell new folks, open terminal, that is a bad first impression. Makes sense. Crypto did do that, Iona's girl. It's the XRP network, which Visa and MasterCard already run on. I like Pop, but had issues with it getting newer AMD drivers. Star Trek Society, I'm here for it. Again, it's communism. G. Roddenberry was on to something. He was reading them Marxism books, man. Come on. Well, people who own and sell cryptocurrency have always had to pay taxes on their earnings. A new rule finalized by the U.S. Treasury Department can ensure that they're paying the proper amount on their sales. The new rule will require cryptocurrency platforms like exchanges and payment processors to report their users' transactions to the Internal Revenue Service. According to the Wall Street Journal, authorities are hoping that the measure can deter tax evasion, seeing as the IRS would know exactly how much a taxpayer owes. At the same time, the rule will make it much easier for people to declare their earnings because their brokers will not have to provide them with a 1099 form. The IRS released a draft form 1099 DA or digital asset proceeds from broker transaction made it especially to track crypto transactions last year and will make the final version available soon. To note, the rule sets a threshold of $10,000 to report on transactions involving stablecoin, which are cryptocurrencies that track fiat money like the US dollar. I really hope that this will be a way to sit there and get a lot less scummy people using it and maybe it lose its, cool factor. Really, I have a 6750 XT and haven't had that specific issue. It's not like we don't already rely on social programs, police department, fire department, garbage pickup, etc. But they want to privatize those. And also some of us are like, you know, maybe not the police. Okay, now we're just having two different, well, yeah. We were having two different conversations at one point, but now it's getting really interesting between socialism, communism, Star Trek, and Linux. They seem to lag behind when the cars are first released. Even when the drivers were available upstream, it took a while to land and pop. It's the main reason I switched to Fedora. Yeah, look, security officers in Raleigh walk around with firearms. So yeah, there's that. See, I also love Fedora, but now my SSH packages are behind Ubuntu's. Yeah. I don't know what the statement was other than, man, we can't have it all, can we? But soon. Actually, even then we won't have it all, but all material conditions hopefully will be better. Are GPU drivers more important than SSH? I mean, I guess if the OpenSSH isn't enabled, sure. Yeah, let's hope this makes Bitcoin even less cool and then people stop using it and it'll just die for real. Carrier should have to unlock your phone or iPhone or Android phone within 60 days, says the FCC. I believe the phone should be unlocked from the jump, but I mean, I am me. The Federal Communications Commission, FCC, has proposed a new rule under which carriers will have to, oh shit, I had $20 in my pocket. Look at that. $20. The order, don't buy a phone from carriers. Give Monolix at $20 for doubting him. He doesn't know that this $20 exists. Yeah. It's mine. Maybe what I'll do. No, because it's hot and I just don't feel like sweating. I will say, well, it's not as hot today because it's supposed to storm again. It's like supposed to be in the mid 80s today. Maybe I will like brave outside of my house. Put some clothes on, have him put some clothes on if we can go you know, go and maybe get some ice cream or something. DigitalOcean took out their money today and boy, I am now in the red again. But at least the servers are paid once again. Also, maybe I should save this $20 so I can put gas in my car so I can actually go do Uber so I can try to recoup some of that money that is now missing from my bank account. Storm last night was nuts. I lost power shortly for 5 times. The node got you this morning as well. Yeah, I was hoping it's like, all right, look, clearly y'all see that there's no money. Do not take it. But PayPal was like, nah, dog, here is the money. We're taking it now. It was like, but you can see there's no money in it. No, there was definitely money in there. We got it. The bank gave us the money. Now, what you have to do after the fact, that's on you. Yeah, so the $20 is probably going to be used as gas money. Cause somebody's got to go do some Ubering to get that money back. Which, hey, we have an Uber story later. Let's see here. Federal Communications Commission has proposed a new rule under which carriers will have to unlock your iPhone or Android smartphone within 60 days of activation The proposal is intended to increase competition by making it easier for consumers to switch carriers. I mean, that's great and all, but yeah, these carriers still got you locked if you go that route, which I do, because man, they make things so enticing for people who have little money and then get you stuck. If you buy your iPhone from a carrier or else on a subsidized contract, then it may be locked to that carrier, meaning it won't work if you try to switch to a physical or eSIM from another network. To switch carriers, you'll need to ask your existing one to unlock your phone. There are currently no rules on how long they can take to do this, and that's something the FCC wants to fix. I've been on a carrier contract since my last one ended in 2004. Yeah, the only phones that I have that are not on a specific contract are my Android phones, and like I was using Visible for one of them, and Google Fi for the other. And at least when you buy the phones from them, when you buy the phones from those carriers, you are technically not buying it from the carriers. You're buying, well, it's like you're buying it from the carrier, but it's almost like they're separated. Like Visible, the carrier, and Visible, the mobile phone retailer, are two different things, where it's like I could just buy the phone from Visible and then I just have the phone, but then I pair it with the service, and then I don't have to pay to keep the service around. I'm not on a contract. With Google Fi, it's like you can bring a phone, or everyone's like you can bring a phone, but if you need a phone, have you tried the Google Store, which is definitely a different place. Phone should never be locked. They have plenty of ways to enforce your contract terms without locking the phone. Back in the day of the Nexus devices, they were the only ones that were unlocked and actually good. But now we have nothing phones, Motorola, Sony, and a few of the Samsung devices. I mean, you could buy an iPhone unlocked. You could buy the iPhone from Apple and actually other retailers too, unlocked. It's only when you buy the phones from the carriers that you have an issue. And yeah, that's mainly in the US. I'm not sure what that looks like in other countries, but yeah, in the US we have that problem. But you said buy an iPhone. Yeah, I mean, I did. I mean, I have an iPhone. My iPhone's good. I mean, it's carrier locked, but it's still good. Yeah, but those were expensive as shit. iPhones were. I mean, look, I have a Galaxy S22 Plus. That was also like $1,000 phone. You have to be careful. AT&T and T-Mobile have been known to lock phones on activation. I don't believe they do that anymore. Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if you're going to sit there and buy, yeah, okay, yeah, I see the warning. Like, I feel like for me, if I was buying an unlocked phone, I would not take it to a major carrier like that. I probably would put it on Google Fi or something. But yeah, phones should not be locked. We should stop locking phones. What are we doing? Let's see here. Detroit police can no longer use facial recognition results as the sole basis for arrest. A settlement over a black man's wrongful arrest has led to new restrictions on police's use of the tech. Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, they should. Yeah. Why are they only using facial recognition? Like, no, boo boo. The Detroit Police Department has to adopt new rules curbing its reliance on facial recognition technology after the city reached a settlement this week with Robert Williams, a black man who was wrongfully arrested in 2020 due to a false face match. It's not an all-out ban on the technology, though, and the court's jurisdiction to enforce the agreement only extends for years. Under the new restrictions, which the ACLU is calling the strongest such policies for law enforcement in the country, police cannot make arrests based solely on facial recognition results or conduct a lineup based only on facial recognition leads. Williams was arrested after facial recognition technology flagged his expired driver's license photo as a possible match for the identity of an alleged shoplifter, which police then used to construct a photo lineup. He was arrested at his home in front of his family, which he says completely upended my life. Detroit PD is known to have made at least 2 other wrongful arrests based on the results of facial recognition technology, and in both cases, the victims were black, the ACLU noted in its announcement of the settlement. Studies have shown that facial recognition is more likely to misidentify people of color because we have to look at the people who are developing the technology, and none of them are us. Facial recognition as a means to arrest is crazy. Investigate, sure, but arrest as well. There's so many examples of facial recognition being tricked. Baffle Techie, what's going on? What it do? Everything is going gravy, man. What's going on with you? I'm just here reading the news, just having an adult story time, if you will. I really need to fix shit in this bot. So many things. I see you doing special edition tech talk. No, not special edition. I normally do these. I do daily shows now. This is, well, I guess this one is technically special because it's the weekend edition. All the news that happened between Thursday night and this morning. Time to add things to the to-do list. Yeah. Sure, it's a special edition only because I'm not just covering Sunday's news. That's it. From here on out, we're only covering on Monday. We're only covering Sunday's news, just to not make this episode, just to not make Monday's show special. It also remember when Microsoft Xbox camera couldn't recognize when people of darker tones were in the room. Yep, I remember that. I remember when sinks and towel dispensers would not work when you put a darker hand underneath the sensor. Or that driverless cars had an issue with seeing black people on the street. Also, I did not know that one of the people I follow on Mastodon was one of the people who was featured in that whole fiasco when Google identified a group of black people as gorillas. I found that out yesterday. And I'm like, yo, that was you. Ooh. Like, that was you? Oh yeah, all right, I'm about to take care. Yeah, Jackie is awesome. But yeah, I did not know that. I was like, damn, bro. That's not a way to get notoriety for things. And a bit of good news for Uber and Lyft drivers, at least in Massachusetts. Hey, we got 25 beds in the building. The cheers, the beers. Let's get used to it. I had to get used to a Rio, though. I will, look, that was an intense dude. He is still intense. Rio is still intense, but I had to get used to his level of intensity. And then when seeing what was going on, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm with you now. I see you, Rio. I see you. Rideshare drivers in Massachusetts will soon get company provided benefits. Yes, he is. It's like, he is. As well as a minimum pay of $32.50 an hour, starting on August 15th. That's thanks to a new settlement between the state and rideshare companies Uber and Lyft 4 years after Attorney General Andrew Campbell sued the companies, asserting their drivers ought to be considered employees under state law. The two companies also agreed to pay a combined $175 million to the bulk of which will be paid out to current and former drivers who were underpaid by these companies. The office says it will release details about who qualifies and how to apply in coming weeks. Despite the settlement and the original thrust of the suit, drivers will still be considered independent contractors. Still, the drivers in the state will get yearly inflation-based pay raises and other employee-style benefits, such as being able to earn up to 50 hours of sick leave a year, paid at $20 an hour. Uber and Lyft will also give drivers stipends so they can buy healthcare and sign up for the state's Family and Medical Leave program, and will cover work-related injuries. To ensure they're complying with the agreement, the companies have to carry out annual audits and submit reports to the Attorney General's office. Punishment for violations could include any applicable restitution, fines, and penalties, according to the published settlement. Lyft and Uber announcing leaving in early August. But see, I feel like because of the settlement, they won't be leaving anytime soon. Because, hey, dog, we got this contract. Got the contract. Got the settlement here. Got to be here. I don't know where Rio is, but Jackie used to be out in Oakland. And when you're out west, you got to know who the hell you are. Folk out there are something else. Yeah, they're going to either limit or exit the market. These companies don't want employees. They want workers. Yep. I think we mentioned Thursday, because that's the only show I did last week on Thursday, where, they are trying to use that weird New York law for taxis to not pay people as much as, okay. We see what you're doing here. The Russian companies have mostly avoided being regulated this way in California after successfully persuading voters there to pass a 2020 law that exempted businesses from being required to treat gig workers as employees. That's been winding its way through state courts. The Massachusetts settlement accounts for that, requiring them to stop supporting a similar ballot initiative campaign. Damn. DoorDash and Instacart have also said they're backing off, according to local reporting by WBUR. Gotta love these protections. Gotta love them. Now we just need to bring them to more states. North Carolina, I'm looking at you. In gaming news, Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to Amazon Fire TV 6 in July. I have nothing really to say to this other than, hey, if you have a Fire TV stick, you can play Xbox games on your TV now. Time to download sketchy software from some foot pedals I got off Amazon. Wait, what? Yeah, damn it, Diogen. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's nothing I have to say. Hey, you're getting this feature. It's gonna be great. Like. The best deal in gaming is winding down, but technically still it is objectively the best deal in gaming. It could be better, but objectively it is. There's nobody else doing it better than Game Pass at the moment. FromSoftware parent company hacked by ransomware gang threatening to release internal data. The Katakawa Group, a multinational media conglomerate whose holdings include Elden Ring developer FromSoftware and Anime News Network, acknowledged a significant cyber attack on Thursday and said it's currently working on solutions and workarounds for its systems. In a lengthy update, Katakawa Group said that popular Japanese video sharing site Nico Nico was among the hardest hit by the cyber attack, with all services suspended since June 8th. So this has been happening since June 8th, and we're only just now figuring out about it? Okay. It did not acknowledge FromSoftware, and it's unclear what impact the hack had on the Elden Ring developer, if any. IGN has reached out to FromSoftware for comment on clarification. Also, I'm just gonna point out they made Armored Core 6. Could we not always refer to Elden Ring? You said it once. You could just also say, hey, they made Armored Core. Gotta stop and finish this restore. I'll catch up with y'all later on Masto. All right, dude, take it easy. The ransomware group that perpetrated the hack posted a message saying that it had managed to download confidential and other information, including the personal information of employees. Katakawa Group said that it is investigating the extent of the leakage with external organizations. Merge, if I could throw something at you, I would throw something at you, but also I don't play Armored Core because I don't own it. But I want to play it. I would like to play it. Gosh. Come on, Xbox. It would be a boon to get a FromSoftware game on your platform for Xbox Game Pass. I'm just saying. Just saying. Ubisoft CEO condemns hateful acts against developers following AC Shadow's backlash. Do you call it a backlash if, people are just being scummy on the fucking internet because they don't know how to handle a historical figure being black? Just waiting for Once Human to officially start? What is that? What is Once Human? That sounds familiar. I've seen that. Or am I thinking of Detroit Become Human? Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot has spoken out about malicious and personal online attacks that have been directed at his employees and partners, citing it as one of his major concerns in the games industry at the moment. Okay, but not the rampant, sexual conduct, malicious sexual conduct that's been happening in your company. I mean, this is great, sure, but I mean, the calls are also coming from within the house, Eve. Guillemot gave a wide-ranging interview that was posted on the Ubisoft website on Thursday, speaking about various topics, including the future of Assassin's Creed, X-Defiant, and more. Where again, I guess that news coming of, hey, there's multiple Assassin's Creed remakes being done. Just keep that in the back of your head, I guess. He was also asked what dismays him about the industry currently, and pointed specifically to online harassment in response. One thing I'm concerned about right now is the malicious and personal online attacks that have been directed at some of our team members and partners. I want to make it clear that we at Ubisoft condemn these hateful acts in the strongest possible terms and encourage the rest of the industry and players to denounce them too. While Guillemot didn't mention Assassin's Creed Shadow specifically, his comments follow backlash to the game's male protagonist, a samurai based on historical black samurai Yasuke. Some pulled AC Shadows into ongoing harassment campaigns targeting diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in social media, which the Internal Game Developer Association condemned in a statement in March. Okay. Once Human is a survival shooter with Cthulhu-type elements, kind of similar to The Division. It's multiplayer and PvP if you choose to. I've been in a beta test going back over a year now. Very fun game. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like a game that sounds fun, but no, thank you. Call back to Nintendo news last week about them not talking about who's working on what project. Yep. Come on, man. Can we stop doing it, Nintendo? It's not the 80s. Stop. People should be thanked for the work they are doing. That's base building, guilds, etc. Free to play. Oh, okay, I love free to play. Oh, I posted about this this weekend on Mastodon about free to play games, right? I love free to play games where I get that, maybe not sit in front of the free to play game instead of try to play it in like a game that you pay for, like a $60, $70 game. Those would be great too. But I get that that's not what live service games want to do. They want to slow you down, right? And it's like you have to do a little bit extra. You got to do something a little bit extra to kind of speed things up. Now, I've mentioned on the show a couple of times that because of Epic Games giving away free stuff for Idle Champions, I have become obsessed with that game. It's the game I'm playing on my iPad. I downloaded the Steam versions to my Macs. Realized it was on Xbox. It was like, yeah, no, I'm not. This is a problem. if I'm downloading Idle Champions to my Xbox, this is a problem. But it is on Xbox, and I assume probably on PlayStation and maybe even on Switch too. But yeah, so I've downloaded, so I've been playing the game, and specifically on my iPad, I've been having some issues. Like, man, this game seems really, really grindy. I've been on the same level for like 3 days, but on my PC, I've gotten farther, and I attributed that to because I downloaded the Epic version that had all the free shit that came with it because of Epic. On my Macs, because it's one game, but it's being shared between the two Macs. I'm attributing those because the fact that when I am playing it, I have a mouse and keyboard. Actually, no, I didn't know what to attribute that to until one day I realized that when I am on my Mac, I would see a pop-up, and I see the same pop-up on my Epic version and on my iPad version that tells me to go, like, say, hey, somebody's streaming on our channel, go check it out. You can get a chest. And I realized I've been doing that more frequently on computer, like with a mouse and keyboard, because then I can copy and paste those codes into the game and get chests that will have more like in-game credits. It would have specific items that will generate more in-game credits, potions that'll like boost character stats. And I realized I wasn't doing it on my iPad, where I was like, and then I remember, like, I happened to remember one of them, and I put it into my iPad, gave me the same items because it was a different game than the one I used on my Mac, and then started applying them as, oh shit, this game just got easier again. Excuse me, my nose itches like a motherfucker. To where I was like, I don't mind free to play games as much now. Like, look, I play them. I know they can be very scummy at times, but I do not mind free to play games if they put something, like if they want me to do something extra to move faster, to progress faster. I don't mind going to pop into their Twitch stream and they have the code for those chests in the chat. It's posted regularly in the chat, even with people in there asking questions or talking about the game, or in I forget what the name of the developer is, but in this specific developer's case, they put the game code in the video feed. So it was like, I can just look at, and this is how I memorized the code that I put in my iPad and didn't have to copy and paste it or anything, because it's on the screen, and I just like typed it into my Mac, forced me to remember what the code was, and was able to kind of do the same thing on my iPad and got the code. That's how I want to see these games being played out. Like, don't make me pay for something. If you want me to look at your content, and like, if they didn't even put it on the chat, I would have waited until the chat gave the code and then would have done it. It's like, all right, you had a view. I gave you a view on this stream. And I go back and like every time they put the button up, because like sometimes I'll be playing for like the complete duration of that stream. So they'll put up the button multiple times while I'm playing. I'll hit the button again just to make sure there wasn't another one. Cool, you just got a view again. So you can pre-download on Steam right now. I believe the financial model is kind of like Fortnite with season passes, visual customization, etc. You can play it right now, but I believe the servers rest when it launches July 9th, I think, or reset. If you're interested, we have a group that we playing together, and I'm sure you'd be welcome. See, I'm about to get into my own live service game right now, which may have some, well, I don't know. I can still play Idle Champions because it's an idle game. But I am about to get into The First Descendant, which I was in the beta in for a few. But I think they were public beta, so it's not like I was doing not like I was like in some exclusive club. Like, no, I just was in their Discord. They announced when public betas are going out, and they were public. And yeah, I played the test, and I kind of fell in love with this game, and it's really fucking good. Yes, this might be my live service game now. Y'all use bullcrap uninstalled on Windows. Good shit. Oh yeah, I do. Well, I think I have access to one. I don't know if I am actively using it. Just play. No, I'm good. I tried Dota. Like, it was one of the few games that was playing on Mac OS when I started using a Mac as my daily driver, and I was like, I don't know. Use some more. You can learn it. No, I'm okay. I want to shoot the things. So, okay, getting back to this here, Ubisoft cares about his employees. He would wish that everybody would stop harassing his employees. Because then what will he do? Because Ubisoft is laying off 30 plus Ubisoft Toronto devs to deliver on its ambitious roadmap. Because one way to really get through a roadmap is to, have less people contribute. Waffle House in the AC. That's where the Animus is. It's in the back room of a Waffle House. That would be wild if he only wanted gamers to stop so they would be more ready to accept his abuse. I mean, in a statement to press, Ubisoft said the layout, and notice this is just attributed to Ubisoft now. No CEO, the CEO, no, he cares about his workers, but Ubisoft, the company, yeah, no. It's fewer workers get more stuff done. I learned it in Shady Management School. Oh, you learn something new every day. In a statement to press, Ubisoft said the layoffs were part of a targeted realignment necessary to ensure it could deliver on its ambitious roadmap. Ubisoft Toronto has decided to conduct a targeted realignment to ensure it can deliver on its you just wrote the same sentence twice. Unfortunately, this will impact the roles of 33 team members who will be leaving Ubisoft. Am I supposed to be okay with just like this small number of people? We are committed to providing comprehensive support to them, including severance and career assistance to help through this transition. You know what could help through a transition? Not making them go through a fucking transition. It's unclear what departments have been affected by the cuts or how this may impact Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake that Ubisoft Toronto was recently bought in to support. However, Ubisoft insists our plans remain unchanged and our teams are working to deliver on the Splinter Cell remake and other projects at the studio. Oh, Once Human is entirely open world with mini dungeons, world bosses, raid bosses, etc. and has vehicles, weapon customization, etc. Not trying to sway you, just giving you more info. I'll check out the first to send it. Looks pretty cool. Look, I will give Once Human a try. I mean, especially if it's free, like it doesn't hurt me to try a game. It really doesn't. It's the Lovecraftianness for one, his racism, and two, it's just scary shit that I don't like to do. I don't like scary games. I'm sorry, I closed this a little too early. But yeah, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to feel better about the fact that, oh no, it's only 33 people. Like, that just sounds like a team. That sounds like a team of people specifically. And I hate that they don't say what team it was. Ah, okay. Let's see. We'll look it up. Where is... I feel like I've seen this before. I think I've seen this logo before. Oh, it does look very Division-y. It's like the Division meets fucking Gone Home. Well, not Gone Home. Was it Days Gone? Yeah. Dude Bros, yeah. Oh, this ain't too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. I've seen the monsters. They're not too bad. Yeah. What goal is letting 33 people going to help? Genuinely curious why they couldn't be reallocated somewhere else in the company. Like the whole point, like it's such a small number. Like, so this shit's so fucking stupid, man. But a bit of good news. Valve reveals the most played games on Steam Deck. And I feel like Vampire Survivors has been robbed. Time for another Zoom meeting. Be back later. All right, Crow. Take care. Take it easy. I feel like I'm at the end of the show anyway because, yeah, it's 12:30 and I have to feed people. Valve has added a new chart to its roster of publicly available data, a list of the top 100 or the 100 top played titles on the Steam Deck. The information can be sorted by the past week, month, or year and will be updated daily. So yeah, surprisingly on the Steam Deck, there's a lot of people who are playing Elden Ring. All right, Crow, thank you. You take care. You have an amazing day as well. So let's take a look. Let's see where people are at in the past week. Elden Ring, Stardew Valley, Balatro. Wow, Balatro. I've just now got to the part of my videos on the Plex server where they're playing the Balatro beta. That's how far behind I am, which also is like, wow, that was February when they were talking about that, and it's like Balatro is number 3 on the Steam Deck. Baldur's Gate 3, Hades 2, Fallout 4, Kingdom Hearts, Hades. I guess because, you know, Hades 2 is a thing, so people who are left out, all right, well, fine, I'll just if like people who are playing Hades 2, like people who can't play Hades 2, they're like, well, fuck it, I'll just play Hades. It's also on sale for $10. Forza Horizon 4 has jumped up, Bailey, probably because of the fact that game is about to be gone. So many people probably bought it and played it because it's about to be gone at the end of the year. And Dave the Diver rounds out number 10, or rounds out the top 10 with Diablo 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and Vampire Survivors. And it's Cyberpunk 2077 at 11 through 15. I can see a lot of these games being played on Steam Deck. They're great. And I've played a lot of these games on Steam Deck. Except for Stardew Valley. I own it, but I'm not playing Stardew Valley ever. I mean, it's new on the list. It's new on the list because it went on a deep discount, and I think that's where it's going to stay forever unless there are more discounts on it. And people are like trying to play it because it's going to be delisted. Oh, that's on a wish list. Okay, I see the differences in icons now. Diablo 4 is on a wish list. I need to take that off because I already have access to it. I'll do it later. Also, I like the fact that it will tell you if they're verified or playable on the system, which makes, wow, Ghost of Tsushima is unsupported, but it is number 32 on the list. Is there anything else? Chained Together. I guess because that's new. I guess because that's a new game, or relatively new. It hasn't been investigated. It's unknown. XB Play. Okay, I feel like apps shouldn't be on here, but XB Play being on here is like, wait a second, it's a Steam app? So I didn't have to go download this random app and get it to work. I could have just downloaded XB Play on Steam. Y'all, I might have to go do something. Unsupported doesn't necessarily mean it. Oh no, I'm not saying it doesn't work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just surprised that there is an unsupported game there. You said, what is it? The Chain Together is a big streamer. Yeah. I know I've seen some people talk about that lately. Let's see what else here. Yeah, that's it. Wow, even Power Wash Simulator is in the top. Well, it's like the 100th game on this list. Somebody's trying to sell me a list to GDC, like the GDC, like some GDC information. Also, I should probably look up, like, there are some of these free to play games on here. Oh, well, now that I see, I probably have most of them. Oh, The Sims could be played on the Steam Deck. RIP Hi-Fi Rush. Let's see, for the past month though, we'll just take a look at the first 15. Elden Ring, Stardew Valley, Hades 2, Balatro, Baldur's Gate 3, Fallout 4, Hades, Diablo 4, Dave the Diver, Kingdom Hearts, Vampire Survivors, Grand Theft Auto 5, Cyberpunk 2027, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Slay the Spire. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same list as it was. I mean, as it is this week. Like, look, these are the games we're locked in now, baby. That's what happens when folks want Microsoft to buy companies. Yeah. To be fair, we didn't ask for that Bethesda one, and we sure didn't ask for that Activision one. I feel like we know the motivations behind that Activision one. For the past year, for the last 365 days, the top 15 games were Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, Dave the Diver, Stardew Valley, Vampire Survivors. Okay, that's where it should be. Oh, they did? Oh. Well, I mean, I guess I can see why. Like, look, Bethesda games did play best on PC and Xbox. Cyberpunk 2077, Hades, Power World, Fallout 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Balatro, Hogwarts Legacy, Red Dead Redemption 2, Helldivers 2, and The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And it's interesting to see, like, a lot of these games that have come out within, like, the first half of 2024 are doing pretty good numbers. Like, again, Helldivers 2 and Power Worlds are up there in the games that are being played, like top games of the year. Balatro Game of the Year. It's not bad. It's really not. Cyberpunk is not that bad on the Steam Deck. Also, another thing, speaking of games, I love how these games also have like anecdotal news things I want to share with people. Balatro is amazing. What you mean? I've not played Balatro, but I have heard amazing things about Balatro. I know Kev was playing it heavily when it came out. People need to start putting FSR3 in more games, especially if they do not have an RTX 40 series card. FSR3's frame generation is fucking amazing. It has fixed a lot of issues I was having with Horizon Forbidden West, which by the way, that's where I found out about FSR3. Nixie's putting it into Horizon. It fixed a lot of the frame rate issues I was having with Horizon Forbidden West on my PC. Okay, so it wasn't like a rumor or something I was reading. That was actually true because I heard it was also in Spider-Man. Which in that case, if frame generation is on Spider-Man, I want to replay that game on my Steam Deck and get an actual 60 FPS because Spider-Man played good on the Steam Deck already. But to be able to get blazing fast frame rate, like get like to hit 60 on a Steam Deck with Spider-Man, oh, that's a game changer. Pretty sure because it's getting added to PS versions. That's a good move. It's a really good move. But yeah, like I played, it fixed it on the PC, but it made the Steam Deck version playable for me. Like it still dipped every now and then, but because it was generating frames, like I was getting about 40 FPS. I would say about like a 30 on average, maybe about 35. But the game was playable. It was not freezing in as many places, if at all. And it was that I found out about frame generation when I was wrapping up the fucking game. Oh yeah. Your foot pedals work? I am curious as to what you are using foot pedals for. Left click and right click and W. So walking forward and hitting left and right click. I am no more holding W to move forward for 10 minutes. Damn, that makes sense. I have a foot pedal down here. I've got the Elgato pedal or whatever it is, the Stream Deck pedal down here, and it is collecting dust. I have not used that in like over a year. I technically want to remove it from under my desk. I really do. I guess I have to add that to my to-do list, right? But yeah, this is pretty interesting. It's good that they actually have this, and it'd be nice to see kind of where we are now. And remember Thursday we were talking about you know, how like YouTube has not said anything about a very specific content creator, and how like through all of this nonsense, will he sit there and pay? Over the weekend, YouTube has stopped monetization on Dr. Disrespect's channel. The bag has officially been fumbled. Dr. Disrespect's YouTube channel has been demonetized. In a statement to The Verge, the YouTube spokesperson Nicole Bell wrote, "We have suspended monetization on Dr. Disrespect's channel for violating our creator responsibility policy." Bell also wrote that Dr. Disrespect has been suspended from YouTube's partner program following serious allegations against the creator. So the bag has officially been fumbled. I mean, I guess, you know, there's always forcibly push with leg. If only this came out originally, he wouldn't have been able to even have a career. Right? Which YouTube looking over at Twitch is like, why didn't you tell us? Huh? But yeah, I mean, there's always a forcibly push with leg. I'm pretty sure there's some other alt-right platforms he can go to. Owncast is a thing, but he won't be able to monetize that, I guess. Trovo, maybe. Pay them in Bitcoin or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they do. Doubt Patreon will let them be over there. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I feel like, I don't know. It's like, you should talk, like, it's like when you're applying to a new job. Maybe they call his previous employer and say, hey, why is he leaving? He's going like Dr. Disrespect on Fansly. Oh yeah, he could stream on Twitter. You're absolutely right. That is a place he can go. Oh, YouTube did ask why, and they couldn't tell them the specifics. Oh. If only there was more transparency everywhere. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today. 61 titles, and again, I have to go feed a kid. So, yeah, if my wife was here, I would have gone through the other stuff, like the news that came out during the stream. But yeah, because she's not here, I've got to go feed a kid. So, more pizza, hooray! I listened to this whole podcast. You did, hooray! No longer about my legal obligations as an employee. Oh, you listened to this whole podcast about the Dr. Disrespect thing? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a marathon of a podcast. Marathon. But hopefully that won't come for a while. Oh, programming notes. I know last Thursday we had mentioned that, hey, we weren't going to be back. We're not going to have a show this week, and we weren't going to have a show when I was in Kansas City. We have now since decided after the show that this is hiatus month for us. We are going away, so there will be no Thursday night Tech Talk Thursdays. Maybe other things may happen. Probably not, because again, the whole point of not doing a show on a Thursday is so that I can rest. So, and like the guy who knew about it kept dropping and no one was picking them up. Good time to take a break, with it being the last month before Death Heat of August. It's already Death Heat now. But yeah, so we are taking the month off, getting some rest in, get double Death Heat. Whew, yeah, hearing about what was going on at Mecca, it was just like the pilgrimage to Mecca. It was very upsetting to watch and read about. Also, I know we're still having the issues with the AC. Like again, it's still not hot, but yeah, I'd hate if it gets hotter outside and we can't cool downstairs like we need to. But yeah, taking a break, getting some rest. But these shows, as obvious now, will still happen. So yeah, if you're looking for your tech and gaming news, you can only get them in the morning. There will not be a weekly curation of tech and gaming. So yeah, we shall be back in August with more Tech Talk Thursdays, and at least for the month, at least this month, this hiatus month, it won't be like, oh no, some big shit happened and we're not around to talk about it. Like last year when Reddit decided to implode halfway through June. Yeah, if something like that happens again, we'll be here. We're covering it the next day here on Tech Talk Today. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Of course, excuse me, you could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading tech and gaming news yourself. But he said, no, thank you. Because we're here for the special stream. Don't tell Baifu Techie I said that. And on that bombshell, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is nobody's going to save us but ourselves. I love you and peace out.
Y'all still here? Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Really do appreciate it. Of course, if you like the content that you just saw, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTubers ask you to do. I guess that includes me now. Anywho, yes, like, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Support the channel over Patreon, PayPal, whatever. Check out the links in the video. To anything else I might be pushing, hawking, I don't know. Did I sell out by now? I recorded this ages ago. Have I sold out? Let me know. But until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.